Hey y'all, Kimberly Olson here, coming in live, also known as the Goal Digger Girl. So depending on where you're watching this video when it's shared, come check out my business page, The Goal Digger Girl. I'd love to have you like my page so you can see future videos that I have in here. I train twice a week in here on hashtag Be Inspired on Tuesdays, and then Thursday night I do some kind of training to help you move your business forward. So thanks for being on tonight. I really appreciate it. Want to hear what everyone's drinking tonight? I just did a 15-minute Facebook party. The one I did Monday night was 12 and a half minutes long because I had coffee, which is really funny because the one tonight was exactly 15 minutes. So you can shave off 2.5 minutes if you normally drink decaf coffee, apparently. But the party was incredible. Both of them were actually. So I have some sparkling water here. Let me know. Oh, you did one too, Missy. Whoop, whoop. Best thing ever. Freaking love them. Amazing. So go ahead and let me know what you're drinking tonight. Go ahead and put a 1 in the comments if you're watching this live. Put 2 if you're watching the replay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how do you follow up like a human being? You know, because I don't know about you, but when my friend was first telling me about joining my business that I'm in now, all I could think about was bothering my friends. Like it just freaked me out. And it was funny because when I first joined, I kind of sat there for like 2 days because I didn't want to message people and annoy them. And every time I would go to message them, I felt really nervous, like I was bothering them. Or, you know, she would say, well, what about this girl? What about that girl? And so when I would go to follow up, I just felt like it was just all about my business and my product, and that's just not me. So some people do great. There are trainers out there that freaking kill it, where they are just like, hey, this is my opportunity. You want to take a look? Yes or no? Like that works for some people. So I just wanted to share with you kind of an approach that I like to take. It just works for me, like my personality type, so you can take it or leave it. Hopefully there's one tip you can walk away with. So as far as if you've ever lost friends on Facebook before, you might have lost some friends in general just for doing it the wrong way. So let's talk a little bit about some mistakes, okay? So the first one is the mistake that people make is they drag it out too long. So side note, I'm talking about warm market for this training. I'm not talking about cold market because we need to exhaust our warm market. Too many people jump to cold market because they are afraid of nurturing their warm market. So I actually believe the opposite. That's why I'm such a big advocate of these parties. I'm working through all my girlfriends, you know, and then working through their girlfriends. So in my opinion, it's the way to go, but everybody's got their thing, right? So as far as mistakes, one of the mistakes I hear is that people drag it out too long. So what they'll do is they'll reach out to somebody. I'll give you an example. So a girl that I went to high school with created a 20-year class reunion. That just happened. I didn't go, but I am 38 years old. Yeah, it was a little crazy. When she did the invite, I was like, how is that even possible? Anyways, so I went through the invite and a friend requested all the people that I knew from high school. And I started reaching out to them because I was in that mindset where I was like, I had to tell everybody, but not in a good way. It was kind of like overzealous. So I reached out to this girl and I said, how's it going? I see you have kids. And we're going on and on and on. Like I was going on and on. I mean, this was going on for several days, back and forth, back and forth. And then I said something about the business. I brought it up somehow because she was working and then had kids and stuff. So I brought it up. I can't remember how. And she's like, oh, so is that what you're selling? Like it just whatever she said was very much like, ugh. Because I realized I should have just got to the point. You know, Rob Sperry teaches this. He says, just get to the point. I'd love to catch up with you, but the real reason why I'm calling. You guys see the difference there? So from the onset, you want to get to the point, okay? You don't want to be going on and on and on. So that's a huge mistake is where you're, you know, just checking in with them. Now, if you want to, this takes a lot longer. You can check in with them and then you can reach out later. I wouldn't recommend doing that. You can, if you're just like, I don't want to bring it up right off the get-go. I feel like I need to reconnect. Get them on the phone and find out how they're doing, but say, you know, obviously I wanted to reach out and catch up with you, but I'm so excited about something that I just stumbled upon. I have to share it with you. Is that okay? Can I run it by you? See what you think? If it's somebody you know, they're going to say yes. Okay. So one of the mistakes is dragging it on. The other mistake, this is such a pet peeve of mine, is only asking about your business or your product every time you talk to them. You know what I'm talking about, where you get that person that messages you on Facebook or sends you a text message and you know they're gonna bring up something about their company. Oh, I'm almost hitting my promotion. Can you buy one thing? Oh, I'm in a contest. Can you please, is there anything you wanna stock up on that you're low on? Oh, I'm, you know, da da da. it just blows my mind. There's somebody that I know personally, and it's frustrating to me because before she was like that, I really enjoyed our friendship a lot. And now I want to run away, which makes me really sad. So I think with that, what you want to remember is, what did you talk to them about before? Like if you had that kind of friendship, we have all different kinds of friendships, right? So don't forget that you are friends first, okay? This is just a component of your life. So what's helpful is, and I'll give you some strategies on how to kind of nurture that, but it's helpful to think about who you are and how you want to come across, okay? And what kind of relationship you have, and you don't want to be that person, okay? Another thing is, a mistake to go about it these ways, these two examples, is that it teaches your team that that's how you do it. So if you go on and on and on, so let's say you reach out to somebody you know from high school, and then you go on for weeks, or days like I did, just like constant messaging, that person's gonna think, wow, this is a lot of work. Where she had to do all of this to ask me about this, like I don't have time for that, right? Or if you're going on and on and on, like you have this whole process to reach out to them before you actually ask them to take a look, you're teaching your team to do that same thing, okay? So if you are constantly badgering people about your product or business and that's all you talk about, and again, warm market, that's gonna teach those people, if they end up joining your team, how you do it. So they're gonna turn around and do that, okay? So it can work, it can work to be that way, but I think long-term, you're gonna get less referrals and things like that too. So you have to kind of figure out what works best for you for your strategy, okay? So what I recommend doing is basically working on maintaining a solid relationship where you are still gonna follow up, you're still gonna bring up those things, okay? So you need to know, and I categorize my prospect list this way, you need to know if they are more of a VIP or more of say VIP customer or more of a business builder. So if you think that they're more likely to be the opportunity, you can bring that back up, okay? You could share things with them. I'm sure they're seeing your social media, okay? But you can celebrate. Like if you connect with, I just connected with a friend and I was telling her, about being able to have a flexible schedule and be able to pick the girls up more, stuff like that. And she was really happy to hear that, and she knows it's from my business. So at some point, she's gonna be ready for that. I wasn't saying, so since the last time I talked to you, let me ask you again, would you like to join my team? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Yes, you wanna ask and you wanna follow up with people, absolutely, but you also wanna be a real human. You wanna act like how you normally act. And so you call each other, you catch up, maybe you meet from coffee, share with them what's going on in your life without trying to recruit them, okay? So it's almost like attraction marketing at its best. So if you and I, France is on here, and I need to message you and make sure I'm saying it right. Maybe you can phonetically spell that out. So maybe it's like Francais, I don't know. But she's on here. And so let's say her and I are meeting for coffee and I'm telling her about, I'm so excited because I've really been itching to take a trip down, some kind of cruise or something, and or a trip to the Caribbean, we need to get out of here. And I just found out that I'm actually qualifying for a trip through my company. I'm super excited. Like I can't remember the last time we went on vacation without the kids. Now she's thinking, holy SHIT, right? Just like the country. Okay, perfect. So thanks, girl. So she's thinking, well, I haven't gone on vacation forever and we don't have the money to go on a vacation, or we were going to put it on a credit card. Well, I want that. How do I get that? Right? And so she trusts you. When she's ready, when that comes up, it's going to come up very organically. Okay. I get a lot of customers that reach out to me and say, I'd like to find, they usually say, I'm thinking about joining. So they'll message me. I'm not like badgering them like, you want to upgrade. I don't want to lose a bunch of customers just because that's how people are. Okay. So my approach, I know, is slower to build probably, but I feel like it's just really good long-term and sustainable. But again, depends on your personality type. This matches with my personality type so well, okay? So a good strategy to implement is, I want you guys, and again, this is for warm market, every other time you connect with them, I want you to ask them about personal stuff, okay, at a minimum. So you can find natural ways to work it in. So if you do a curiosity post, which I'm gonna teach you how to make them in the attraction marketing workshop coming up. Let's say you do a curiosity post and your friend comments on it or likes it or reacts to it. That's an opportunity to reach out to her and say, hey, I wanted to check in with you. I know I'd sent you samples a while back, but if we have any upcoming flash sales, can I send them out to you? You can tell her you saw she commented on the post. Do you guys see the difference there? I'm not just badgering her, okay? It's a legitimate reason. So be thinking about ways that you can creatively bring it up without being annoying, okay? So yes, there's an art to it, but really if you just stop and think like I wanna be a normal human. I care about this person, but I'm excited about what I have. Share what you're excited about. If your company comes out with a new product, share that. Just say, hey, I'm so excited. Our company just came out with a new product. Can I send you info on it? Then the next time you talk to her, you can say, hey, all of us girls are getting together for painting with a twist or whatever it's called by your area. Did you want to come? You're not going to say, oh, and also can I bring you some samples that you can try in the bathroom while we're painting with a twist? I mean, seriously, you guys, there's somebody I know that's like that I know personally, and it's true. You don't want to be that person, okay? It's very hard to get referrals and things like that when you're not treating them like your friend, okay? So don't forget that you guys are friends, okay? So a couple workshops coming up. Are you guys excited? A lot of you have already registered for both of them. I did a combo. So if you put your email down, go ahead and do this. Drop your email below if you want the workshop details. I'm doing a promo where if you purchase both workshops, you get a deal on it. And a lot of you've gone for it. We already have a lot of people registered. So I think there's gonna be good synergy in the group. If you've never done my workshops, you guys, they're so much fun because it's in a Facebook group. So I actually do a webinar and the replay is posted in the group, but everybody gets to interact with each other and share what they're learning. We can comment on each other's stuff. Like, it's so much fun. And you stay in the group forever. So it's not just like a webinar you sign up for and you don't connect with anyone and then you're like, oh, cool, now what? You're in the group forever. Like, our 15-minute Facebook party is still going strong. We've got, I think, 200 people in it. I mean, every day there's new posts in there. It's awesome. Okay, so the two are next week is a traction marketing workshop, creating curiosity with content, okay? And the other one is Facebook groups, how to turn them into your automated money makers, okay? So I'm gonna teach you how to set up your groups, how do you put prospects in there, how do you expose them, that whole thing, okay? So just put your email in the comments, and then Anna, my amazing assistant, if you guys need an assistant, message me and I'll hook you up with her because she's freaking awesome. She will email you the details and how to register and the promo code for that because we have the bundle deal. Also, my podcast just hit last week or the week before, over 4,000 downloads. So a lot of people are liking that they can actually digest content via podcast, and it's all new content. Sometimes I repurpose it, but there's always something new to it. It's called The Goal Digger Girl. So if you're on my email list, once a week I send out a newsletter, and at the very bottom, you can find it on iTunes. It's also on Anchor and some other apps too. Spotify, I think, which I didn't even know there was podcasts on there. I was like, whoa, so fancy, right? And Monday night, I'm gonna do a special, big special thing on my personal page, so come check it out. And if you are already in my company, come check it out so you can see how to just tell people about what you're doing. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about that and what is coming up in my life starting Monday. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. Thanks for popping in, and like they say in Texas, bye, y'all.